This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
It is National Hamburger Day. This is a day I hope to celebrate a little later. You going to crush a burger later, Steph?
Sure, why not?
Yes. What's your favorite burger in the city?
I don't know. I love homemade burgers. I love making turkey burgers and then putting some guac in there and some spinach. Yeah, and some caramelized onions.
There aren't many toppings in a burger that I'm like, no, you don't belong here. I pretty much like all things.
I don't eat ketchup and mustard when I make burgers at home. I don't
do ketchup in general in anything. Mustard I'm okay with, a little mayo, but I think I'm past the ketchup.
I do that if I get a small little mini burger at McDonald's. If I ever get a cheeseburger, it has it in there.
Yeah, you're not.
But that's it. I don't ever put it as a condiment when I make it.
Yeah, that's fair. I think our palates have evolved past that, even though it was the staple when we were a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's National Hamburger Day. Normally on a day like today, I would pit you and Pooja against each other. However, Pooja won the veggie fruit competition.
Wow,
she heard there was
vegetarian.
She heard there was a burger quiz coming up, so she left the country. She fled the country.
But I don't know how I'm going to do because I'm not great with burger joint names and burgers.
Well, you would crush Pooja because she's vegetarian and she probably doesn't know any of these.
Okay.
But I think you're going to do okay, Pooch.
Right.
Pooch. You think you're going to do okay, Steph? Okay, so I've got 8 questions for you. It's Steph versus Steph.
Okay.
We'll go Steph player 1 and Steph player 2.
Wow.
We'll see who wins.
I don't think either one is going to win today.
Someone has to.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Question, who wants to start? Steph 1 or Steph 2?
Steph 1.
Steph 1 starting. Okay. Which fast food burger is famously sold with 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun?
Is that a Big Mac? I don't like Big Macs.
Steph 1 is on the board. You're not going to get shut out. Okay, Steph 2, here's your first question.
Okay.
What burger chain was founded by a guy named Dave and is known for square patties and Frosties?
Ooh, Wendy's.
Steph 2, you're on the board. I like the cut of Steph 2's jib. She's good. She's got gumption. Question 3, back to Steph 1. This is getting confusing. What popular burger place on the West Coast has a secret, West Coast U.S., not Canada, has a secret menu that includes the animal-style burger?
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
We don't have this in Canada.
We don't have it?
No, but it's a popular one that you've probably heard of.
Oh, is it the something go?
Huh?
Up, go. It's got a weird name, the Get and Go Burger or something.
Oh my God, I know what you're thinking of. And you're
In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
I know it has a dumb name.
Oh man, have you ever tried the Get and Go Burger?
I'm going to open up a restaurant called the Get and Go Burger.
I love that you got there eventually. It's got a dumb name. Get and Go.
It's In-N-Out, right? Is that what it's called?
You got
That's
it.
also dumb.
Oh wow, that's funny.
Okay.
That's good stuff. By the way, it is very overrated.
Is it?
I went there in LA. I'm like, this really? Anyway.
Were you In-N-Out?
Pretty much.
You got it and left?
And so was the burger.
Okay.
All right, back to player 2, Steph 2. As we learned in the movie Pulp Fiction from Samuel L. Jackson's character, what do they call a quarter pounder in Paris?
Oh, no, I know this
You
and I
remember
can't
the scene?
think of yes.
He's in the car with John Travolta.
Oh my God. I'm gonna kick myself after because I know this and I can't think of it.
You're not going to guess Get
No.
and Go?
No.
Okay. Nothing?
Burger with fromage.
No, good guess. It's the Royale with cheese.
Yes, I knew it
Royale
was
with
something about
cheese.
cheese. Okay.
Okay, back to, sorry, Steph 1. Did you want to steal that? No? Okay.
No, okay.
All right, back to Steph 1. What Toronto burger joint is known for its smashed burgers and its neon pink branding? Its sign is in neon pink.
It's not Shake Shack.
It's one word. No, it's Toronto originated.
Oh, Toronto. Yeah, I don't know then.
No guess?
No guess.
Rudy. We would have accepted Rudy.
Right. Is there only one of those downtown?
No, there's a few Rudys.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Back to Steph 2. What classic comic book character is obsessed with Pop Tate's burgers?
Oh, is it? Is it Jughead? Yes.
Jughead Jones, you nailed it. Okay, 2 more questions. One for Steph 1, one for Steph 2. We are tied at 2s. Love this drama. What is the name of the burger-loving villain from McDonald Land who wears stripes and a mask?
The Hamburglar.
Well done. Okay, Steph 1 is up 3-2. This is for the ties. Steph 2, back to you. True or false? A Luther burger is a bacon cheeseburger served on a glazed donut instead of a bun.
Sure, let's go with true. Yes! I tied myself!
A riveting tie. Steph 1 and Steph 2 tied 3-3.
Oh, I'm good.
I'm out of questions, so this will not be settled, and it's very unsatisfying.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
I witnessed an egregious infraction yesterday.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Okay, so I had some work to get done, and I just had to change up the vibe, get out of my condo. So packed up my laptop and went to a neighborhood coffee shop, which, where everyone's kind of working from cafe or whatever. And good, this is a nice vibe. Got myself a flat white. I'm hanging out, getting some work done. Someone else who was in there, and it was a full coffee shop. Every table was taken with mostly people doing work or having meetings at reasonable volume. There was a person on there who decided to take a FaceTime call or received a FaceTime call and proceeded to speak so loudly into this call, no AirPods. So you could, sometimes, you pick up on one side of a conversation. You could hear what he was saying, obviously, because he was loud. You could hear what the other person was saying because his phone volume was extremely high. It sounded like it was on full. And it was so distracting to everybody in the coffee shop that I swear I thought I was on one of those, what's that CBS show called What Would You Do? Where there's like a hidden camera where they put you in a weird social situation and it tests you to see if you'd actually say anything or step up. I felt like one of those weird social tests because I looked up from my laptop and I'm like, is this just me? And everyone else who's working from their laptop or their device was doing the same thing. They're all looking up. We're making eyes. It was actually kind of like an unspoken bonding moment because the rest of us are all like, does someone know this guy? Like, is someone going to... We're all looking at each other like someone should say something because this is extremely annoying.
This is my life with my daughter every day. She is always on loud phone calls on her speaker. I'm like, but why? I don't want to hear your conversation. Nobody else does. It's not that important that we all have to be a part of it. I don't get it.
Your daughter probably feels a level of comfort because she's doing this within the house, which is her safe space.
She does it outside in public when we're out at stores or wherever we are. And I'm like, go talk somewhere else quietly. Nobody wants to hear the whole conversation.
That's not okay. Maybe it was her at the coffee shop.
Well, I think it was her. Was it her?
It wasn't her.
One of her important meetings.
It was a dude. Man, oh man. Okay, so your daughter does this too. And this person wasn't particularly young, so I don't want to say this is a generational thing. Like, they look like they were like my age or maybe a little younger.
Because I know the younger generation doesn't know how to put the phone to their ear. Like, they don't have conversations like that. They FaceTime or just talk
or they just
with
hold
the phone in front of them. Yeah.
I just had the thought, this should be illegal. There
It
should
should
be a law
be
against
illegal.
this, but it isn't.
I know.
And I'm wondering if you've been in a situation where you've thought this should be illegal, but isn't. Maybe we'll enact some real change here. We'll get some laws written up. Do you have a this should be illegal, but isn't story?
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
What is your this should be illegal, but isn't story? Text coming in from Allison in Markham saying 2 weeks vacation should be illegal. Yeah, just having 2 weeks
Just 2
vacation.
weeks,
I'm
yeah.
with that as well. Let's take the European model, a little work-life balance. Text coming in saying riding public transportation, not wearing deodorant should be illegal.
Yes, I've always said this.
Especially when it's rush hour and you have to hold the bars so your hand is up and your armpit is exposed. That's not great. Let's take some calls here. Melissa in Georgina, what should be illegal but isn't?
In general, government officials should not be allowed to lie before, during, or after elections.
They should not be allowed to lie before, during, or after elections. Wouldn't that be amazing?
It would be amazing if that was illegal, if they were held accountable and, weren't allowed to say things they're not actually going to do.
Is there a profession where someone lies more than politician? Because if there is, I certainly can't think of one. I think it's like part of the job. Like, you have to lie and overpromise and underdeliver.
It's unfortunate, but I have to agree with you there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is part of it.
Would not trust any politician further than I can throw them, regardless of political stripe. I'm with you on that, Melissa. Thanks for the call.
Thanks. Have a great day.
All right, another text coming in here. Raj in Mississauga. This should be illegal. People who microwave fish in the office. That's a federal crime in my books.
So at my boyfriend's work, they took the microwave out because of that. So now they
Specifically
have
because of fish?
They have no microwave anymore.
This is like the kid at recess who doesn't stand single file and then no one gets recess. One person ruined it for everyone.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Jess in Etobicoke texting in saying, this is funny. I've never seen this, actually. People who name their Wi-Fi Pretty Fly for a Wi-Fi. We get it. You're clever. I've never seen that.
What?
Pretty Fly for a Wi-Fi.
I've seen that so many times.
I'm hearing it for the first time, so I'm not sick of it at all.
Wow.
I think a little offspring. This is great. Let's do one more call here. Breakfast Television's Frankie Flowers. His last day on Breakfast Television's tomorrow. He's popping in studio with us right now. Frankie, do you have a this should be illegal but isn't?
There's so many things during the day that I say that this should be illegal. Like lineups. Anytime I'm in a lineup, I'm like, lineups should be illegal.
For you only or for everybody?
For everybody. If somebody puts me on hold, if I actually do a phone call and I'm calling somewhere and they put me on hold, being put on hold should be illegal. Anything that takes away time from my day and my pleasure of my day should be illegal.
I love that. In theory, what's the workaround, though? Everyone's lining up for a coffee. How do we avoid a line?
Well, that's something I'm just thinking about me. This is not about everybody else. You know what? I'm like, you guys are asking what should be illegal to me. This is all about me. The rest of you out there, just let me bud the line.
I love almost retired from television, Frankie. This is a whole new world. Thanks, Frankie.
Thanks, guys.
What is your this should be illegal but isn't stories? I'm loving what you guys are sending in here. Monique in Brampton texting in. Hey, I'm with you on this one, Monique. Putting pineapple on pizza without a signed consent form. Yep. Love pineapple. It does not belong on a pizza. I don't want fruit on my pizza. Ashley in North York. This should be illegal but isn't. Adults clapping when the plane lands. Jail. Immediate jail.
Wow. It's
jail.
not...
Jail's a little strong, Ashley, but yeah, okay. For me, it's more so when like a movie ends in a theater. Like no one performed it live.
You've had people clap at the end of a movie?
In the theater? You've never experienced that?
No.
I have, and that's annoying because at least the pilot was doing something live.
And he's there, he's present.
Yes. Whereas I'm like, yeah, I love Leo DiCaprio too, but like he shot this 2 years ago. Like, why are we clapping right now? Dan in Pickering saying people who bring their own Bluetooth speaker to the beach, no one came for your EDM playlist, bro.
Wow, that's very specific.
Very specific. Dan was on Hanlon's points and not having a good time. He didn't realize it was clothing optional. Leah from Richmond Hill says, replying all when only one person needed the info. You're not Beyonce. Don't go on tour in my inbox. What?
That's so
oh my
good.
God, that's the best text I've ever seen. Mike and Markham saying, people who chew gum with their mouth open on Zoom calls, cameras off, please. Yeah, and probably speakers off too, because you don't want to hear that sound. That's
even in
sound.
person too. Close your mouth when you're chewing gum.
Yeah, I don't like that. Trish in Milton, this is wild. Trish says, naming your kid something normal, but then spelling it like it's a CAPTCHA code. You know those codes you have to click on the internet that have all the weird letters? She goes Jasmine with 4 N's. She spelled it JAAYZINNN. Okay. All right, Trish in Milton.
Must be a teacher.
We hear you. Yeah, probably.
Right? Seeing those names.
Trish, text us back. Tell us if you're a teacher. We think you are. Let's do one more here. This should be illegal, but isn't. Paul in Scarborough, what do you got?
Changing lanes within 50 meters of 50 feet or so of an intersection. I drive a truck, and I just want to use this platform to let people know it's dangerous. When we're fully loaded and you take off that extra car length in front of me, it's tough to stop this big rig.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so changing lanes within 50 feet of an intersection. I know you're not allowed to change lanes in an intersection. Is changing?
But you are allowed before.
Oh, you are allowed before, and you're saying you shouldn't be allowed.
You shouldn't be. It should be taught not to do that. It's so dangerous when a big truck is trying to take that space up to stop.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't know that was an issue with big rigs. So what specific problem does that cause for you?
Oh, you're trying to slow down to stop when you're loaded, and you cut off that stopping distance. It's a challenge.
Oh man, so it could wind up in someone being rear-ended, perhaps.
Many a times it happens.
Ooh, okay.
And I drive a dump truck, so it's loaded, it's heavy.
And so it takes a while to stop.
It absolutely does, my friend.
Okay.
And also use your signals, because people don't use signals either anymore.
That should also be illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Paul, that's a good little PSA, buddy. Drive safe. Thanks for listening, and thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
Take care.
The Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast. The Daily Double.
With Pooja and Gurdeep.
So, if you wanted another reason not to fly any American airline, because we're all trying to do things non-American right now, I've got one for you.
Okay.
Steph, any guesses as to how much money U.S. airlines collectively made last year in checked bag fees? You know, you got to pay for check. Okay, and before you answer, I'm talking about 13 airlines. So Alaska Airlines, Allegiant Air, American, Breeze Airways, never even heard of that one, Delta Airlines, Frontier, Hawaiian, JetBlue, Silver Airways, Southwest, Spirit Airlines, Sun Country, again, what is that, and United.
So combined.
Combined in the year 2024.
$5 billion.
Oh, you're actually very close.
Woo.
If this was Price is Right, you'd probably be winning. Just over $7 billion in just the check bag
That's
fees.
crazy.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. So airlines have shifted their policies in recent years. We know, and it's not just, I'm picking on American Airlines, but it's like, you know, Canadian Airlines and other airlines too.
Right.
They've done this because they say that operational costs have gone up, which they probably have. But man, this is tough to swallow. And this just sucks, right? Like when you're going to book a flight, you think you have wrapped your head around the price. Then it's like,
it's $75 or $90 for a bag.
It's the first check bag thing that gets you, right? Because if you're going on a long trip, you probably need to check a bag. So I'll focus on Southwest here. Southwest will start charging $35 for the first check bag. This after more than 50 years of only charging you anything for a third check bag. You used to get 2 check bags free.
I remember
now,
those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's checking a third bag? That's wild. That change alone is expected to generate $1.5 billion annually for Southwest. Tell me if you find this more or less annoying. JetBlue is using Uber-style surge pricing to determine what they charge for check bags, meaning, you know, if you're traveling during Christmas or other peak seasons, you're going to pay more for a check bag. If you're going for off-season, you'll still pay, but it'll be less.
That's not fair.
That seems more annoying, doesn't it?
I don't like that.
Like when it's raining outside, your Uber costs like 8 times what it normally costs.
No, they shouldn't be able to do that.
So have you become a master of the carry-on? And if not, does this inspire you to do so?
I'm not great. I always say that I'm not going to travel with a bag. I'm like, I'm not paying. And then especially if I've taken my kids, I'm like, we're taking like 2 check bags.
Really?
Yeah, between me and the kids for sure.
This is why I love the 4-day trip, because it's like you only need to take a carry-on. And I will say I've done like an 8 or 9 day trip with just a carry-on. The key is you wear everything twice. You pack for 4 days. You make sure your Airbnb or wherever you're staying has laundry.
Yeah.
You do it, and then boom, you rewear stuff. Who cares? I'm not going to the runways of Paris.
I know, but I gotta bring shoes. And I gotta bring a blow dryer, my brush, and all the hair accessories.
Don't bring stilettos. Don't go.
No, I'm not bringing
Don't
stilettos.
go breaking any hearts or toes.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Nicknames. Let's talk nicknames. Steph, did you have a nickname as a kid?
I had one because of my dad. My dad used to call me Checha, which means like chickpea.
Oh, that's cute. That's adorable.
But it was just him. Like my friends didn't have a nickname for me.
Do you like chickpeas?
Yeah, I love chickpeas.
Yeah, they're great. They're full of protein. They're good for you. Chickpeas are great. See, if I had a cute nickname like Chickpea, I don't think I would mind it.
Yeah.
Mine was more than a nickname because it just became what everyone called me, not my school friends. I used every fiber of my being to keep this nickname from infiltrating school because I would have got bullied and teased so hard. So
okay, so
I'm
it
talking
wasn't school either. It was
wasn't
family.
School. It was family friends, cousins overseas.
Wow.
To the point where there are some family friends that, you know, you don't see very often that we saw a lot when we were kids, or when I do see them once every like decade, they'll come up and they'll be like, oh, and they'll say the name. And it's so jarring now. I managed to ditch the name at age 13.
Wow, how'd you do that?
I think I just got really mad one time because I was getting close to starting high school, and I think I kind of just really lost it with my family and said, you have to stop calling me this. I'm starting high school soon.
Wow.
This is super embarrassing. I'm never going to bring people over. I'm never going to let you meet any of my friends.
Was your freak out for this worse than your kindergarten freak out when you were swearing and cursing the first day? Which one was worse?
I think the kindergarten one was worse. Okay. There was no swearing in the making of this. But let me tell you, like when you have birthday parties when you're like in grade 4, it's a mix of school friends and family friends. And there was an incident where a family friend came over and said, oh, happy birthday. And then they said the nickname. And my family friend goes, why did they call you that? And I'm like, oh, I think I went like, oh, I think he's a little like, he's a little nuts.
Turned it on them.
I'm like, he's a little nuts. Like, no, like, I don't know. He says a lot of things. And they were like, oh. So instead he turned into my crazy uncle as opposed to like, no, this was my nickname. And I turned beet red.
Okay, but why did you get this nickname
I had to
that you're still not
church
telling
and
us?
state. Okay, I'll tell you.
Where did it come from, though? Who gave it to you?
My brother. It's his fault.
Oh.
And he still denies it to this day. But here's how the story goes. My brother, I don't know why this stuck. It's so stupid. He must have been like 5 and I was like 2, and the Flintstones was on.
Okay.
And Bam Bam was on TV, and my brother was like, Bam Bam, Bam Bam, pointing at Bam Bam, and then apparently pointed at me and went, Bambi.
Bambi? Why didn't you just get Bam Bam?
I don't know. Bam Bam would have been better. It sounds tough.
Bambi.
So from age 2 to 13, and if you ask my cousins
Bambi
internationally,
adorable,
no, it's stupid for a boy.
No, but Bambi is a boy.
I was a kid. I don't want to be Bambi. Sounds more like an exotic dancer than.
I know, but he was a boy.
Welcome to the stage. No. And
Oh my
Steph,
God.
everybody called me this.
So can I call you Bambi?
No, you can't.
Oh.
And I can't believe I admitted this on air because nobody knows this.
Everybody knows now.
Pooja knows it. And you know what? It's fine. This is therapy because it's been almost 30 years since I shed the name. I'm 42 now. I was 13 when I shed it. But once a year, I'll see some
cute.
family friend I haven't seen in ages and they'll be like, "Oh, Bambi, I watch you.
Really?
I used to watch you on the news all the time and now it's your show." And I'm like, "Stop."
But it's adorable because it came from your brother and it was innocent and it was cute.
Why did everyone listen to a 5-year-old? And why did it
Because
stick?
When a sibling gives their other sibling a nickname, it's adorable.
When we cleaned out my mom's house when she moved last October, I can't tell you how many birthday cards I found
That
from
all
the
said,
past. That were
"Happy
like,
birthday,
"Happy birthday,
Bambi."
Bambi." My brother's name is Gurdeep, and it's like, "Oh, hey, Gurdeep and Bambi." That's what everyone called. I'm like, why?
I think it's so cute. It's so cute, Bambi.
You know what? It kind of feels good to. It feels good to say it. I've been sitting on
it's
this.
not as bad
deep, dark-
anymore.
It's not great.
It's cute.
I've been sitting on this deep dark secret for years, and now no one can hold it over
I
me.
made such a big deal over it. Not a big deal.
Do you have an embarrassing childhood nickname? What was your childhood nickname? You know what? It'll feel good. Share it. I just shared it. I took a step. You take a step now, too. You call us. We want to hear what your childhood nickname was.
Pooja and Bambi in the morning.
Oh, God. Don't redo the IDs.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
Did you watch the movie Bambi, though?
I never saw it because I was
See?
too traumatized.
Well, you should have watched
after,
it. He's adorable.
No, I'm like, I don't want to give him any extra attention after the nickname.
Wow.
I'm not a deer.
Aw, but you're a dear.
I shed it at 13. Oh, thanks, Steph. That's kind of cute. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. I'm looking for you to make me feel better. What was your childhood nickname? I know a lot of you have them. Maybe you've got one that's worse than Bambi. Joan from Bolton, what was yours?
Big Bertha.
Big Bertha?
That's what it was. I was a competitive swimmer, and I won a lot of things, and I was known as Big Bertha because of my muscle.
Wow.
Okay, how did you feel about that nickname?
Back then, it was fine. I mean, you're little, like you said, but I'm 70 now, and some people, just as you say, you haven't seen in years. Big Bertha, how are you?
Big Bertha. But you know, I don't know, that's kind of cool. That's like strong. You were a swimmer.
Yeah.
Like that's I kind of like that one. Joan, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Can I give you one more?
Of course.
I have sisters, and their names were Scooter and Dee Dee. And the thing about that is my Dee Dee is now 67, and I still call her that. And my other sister, who is no longer here, Scooter, when she passed, I didn't know her real name.
What?
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, because they were always known as Scooter and Dee Dee.
Oh my gosh. That's really sweet. Oh my gosh. I'm stuck maybe I feel lucky getting off after 13 years with Bambi. Joan, thank you for sharing that.
Have a great day.
A text coming in from Tina saying, my childhood nickname from my dad's side of the family is Baby Duck.
Oh,
I'm 45 and I still get called this when I see my cousins.
it's so sweet, though.
Yeah, that one is cute. My mom's side of the family still calls me PITA, P-I-T-A. It's an acronym for pain in the... Oh, okay. All right. I can't read the rest of
Not
that
as
one.
cute.
That one's kind of cute as well. PITA. Who doesn't love a PITA? What was your childhood nickname? Let's do one more here. Cheryl in Grimsby. What's yours?
Well, I actually have one that, I don't know, a lot of people find odd, but I actually love it. I own it. It was Magoo, which then got shortened to Goo.
Goo.
Yeah.
They just called you Goo. Goo's kind of cute.
Well, I think so. Even my nephews and nieces, they know me by Auntie Goo. It's not even, they don't even know my first name. It's just Auntie Goo. It's always been that.
Auntie Goo. See, if I was Uncle Goo, I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, right?
That's adorable. Cheryl, thanks so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Have
Have
a
a
good
great
one.
day.
You too.
Thanks.
So my childhood nickname given to me by my brother when he was 5 years old was Bam Bam, Bambi,
cute.
inspired by Bam Bam from the Flintstones. And they called me Bambi for 13 years. It took me forever to shed it. Can I tell you how weird it was when I really put my foot down? I was like, you guys, I'm not going to respond to you if you call me this. You have to call me Gurdeep. And it was so hard for my parents and my brother to adjust. There was this adjustment period where they kept slipping and they'd call me for dinner. They're like, Bambi, Bambi, and then I wouldn't come down.
Oh,
and
wow.
then they'd be like, oh, they're like, Gurdeep, dinner, and then I'd come down.
Yeah.
And it took a while. It took like a couple of months for Bambi to be eradicated. And now it feels so foreign because this was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But anyways, what was your childhood nickname? Let's go to Tammy and Alliston. What was yours?
Funny enough, my nickname was Bam Bam.
What? Your nickname was Bam Bam.
It was embarrassing because I was a girl and Bam Bam's a boy. And
Okay.
my grandfather gave me that because I was tough because I had to be because I had all boy cousins and brothers.
Okay, so it was also Flintstones inspired, sort of like mine?
Yes, it was.
See, I think I would have been happier with Bam Bam.
Well, now you and Tammy can switch.
Okay, do you want Bambi and I can take Bam Bam? Let's pull off a trade. I love transactions. Let's make a trade.
There you go.
Does anyone still call you Bam Bam, Tammy?
No, unfortunately, my grandfather passed away, and he was the only one that was allowed to call me that.
See, that's really special, I think. Just like Steph had it with her father, I think it's really nice when it's one person who's close to you. Mine spread like COVID. Like everybody called me Bambi, and I'm like, no, contain this. Oh,
I still think it's cute.
Tammy, thanks so much for the call. I mean, Bam Bam. Take care.
Thank you.
What was your childhood nickname? Text coming in as well. This text says, hi, my name is Elizabeth, and my neighbor used to call me Lizard Bits. The neighbor changed Elizabeth to Lizard Bits. It's not very nice. She says, fortunately, it didn't follow me to school. She passed away a long time ago, and I think of her fondly despite the nickname. LOL. Okay, I love this text as well. Mine was Leaky because I used to go to the washroom more than my friends.
Wow.
That's from Jean. Okay. Yeah, kids aren't nice sometimes.
No, they're not.
Gary in Uxbridge, did you have a nickname as a kid?
In grade 7, some kid goes out and goes, hey, Dawinski.
What?
Dawinski.
Why Dawinski?
I have no idea, but suddenly, this is in class, and the teacher breaks out laughing and goes, hey, that's an awesome stupid name.
Is it like a movie reference or something I'm missing?
No, he come up with out of the blue with this, right?
Okay.
So for 2 years in grade 7 and 8, everybody called me Dawinski.
That's so
And I'm
random.
like, yeah, and of course even the teachers, right, got in on this, and I'm just mortified.
I just gave you a new last name, too.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. When I got into high school, I got the nickname Goose.
No, none of your nicknames make sense. Was this around like the time of like Top Gun? Is that why?
No, this is in the 60s and early 70s.
Okay.
Goose came about because I used to be able to honk like a goose. And then girls started asking me, why do they call you Goose? And so I would show them.
Can you show us?
No, I can't. I'd have. It's a personal, physical thing.
All right. Well, you warm yourself up. You give us a call back. Hey, Dawinski, thanks for the call.
No problem, Bambi.
Oh man, take care. I kind of walked into that one, I guess. I will finish up on this person texting in saying, my last name is Popow, P-O-P-O-W, Popow. So I'm often called Pow or Pow.
It's like when you imitate popcorn.
I love that. It sounds like microwave popcorn.
Yeah.
Pow, 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 pow.
I love it.
Which I don't mind, but a few of my school friends changed it and started to call me Poops or Poopsie.
Oh, but that's cute, too.
From Alexis Pow. Is
That's
it?
cute.
Yeah?
Well, in Italian, if you call someone Pupa, it's a doll. So it's
Okay,
cute.
that Poopa's adorable.
But that's the same, Poops. Poops. Shorten it.
You're my little Poopa.
Aw.
When Pooja's not here, you're my little Poopa.
Thanks, Bambi.
Poopa and Pooja in the morning.
No, it doesn't work.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.